Beverly Hills Cop.
No.
I mean,
Is it 4 or Axel Foley?
it's Axel Foley. They didn't put the 4 in there.
It's 3.5.
Axel F.
It's 3 technically, but
and a half.
better than part 3.
They mentioned it being. They mentioned part 3 technically, and they're like, "Yeah, not so good. Not so good."
It's not. Remember, we talked about Beverly Hills Cop 3. It's not a bad movie. It's not a horrible movie.
It just doesn't feel like Beverly Hills Cop.
Where
Joseph Gordon-Levitt brings up that joke in the movie.
That not his finest hour.
Yeah, 94 wasn't his finest hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's not the best. It's not the best Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah,
but,
man, don't say anything about me like that.
Well, this also is not the best Beverly Hills Cop. It feels like Beverly Hills Cop.
It does.
It feels like more like Beverly Hills Cop.
It feels like old man Beverly Hills Cop.
Very old. Some of them are very old.
Because you look at him, he's like kind of walking, going like he's got that old man gut.
Oh, bro,
you know
what I got.
Everyone, like all the older guys in this movie have it. Judge Reinhold, who's not a real judge.
His face.
Yeah, I don't know. He did something to his face.
He had the goofy guy face before. Now he just looks like goofy guy who hung out with
goofy guy that somebody
with one of the Quaid brothers, for too long. I don't know.
I think he still looks the same.
His face just looked a little stretched out.
He looks sunburned.
It's a little stretched out. The guy who plays Sarge looks old. He looks old, and he looked taller in the original. Now he's about the same height as Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, because he's old. He was old in the first one.
He was already and then in the third movie they explained that Taggart retired, right?
He went fishing.
Yeah, he retired, and then in this one they bring him back as the captain.
He said he came back because he got back with his wife and he just didn't want to be home anymore.
Yeah, so they explained everything. That's what I did like is that
it's the only reason married men work. I don't want to go anymore.
Well, this is why I like kind of what they did with the movie. It's they filled out some of the stuff that was brought in part 3, right? While not really connecting it that much to part 3, it's the only thing that connects it to part 3 is the fact that Axel Foley was in it. That's it. That's the only difference. But
Judge Ryan was in it too.
Yeah, but
Sarge.
Would I have liked to see Hector Elizondo in this movie? It'd be nice.
The concierge.
Who?
But he was Hector Elizondo. He was only in the third one, right?
Yeah, he was on the third one.
Yeah,
he was friends with Taggart. He was
a Taggart replacement. But in this one, Joseph Gordon-Levitt is the replacement for Judge Reinhold and Taggart, because that's who he teams up with. Again, from the beginning of the movie, this movie is one of those where it's nostalgia. They're hitting you with a lot of nostalgia for the old music. They're using the same music, and obviously the Axel Foley theme plays a lot because that is the theme of the movie. That's his movie. But you get Neutron Dance. You get what is it? Is it Heat Is On?
Yeah, the Heat Is On.
A little bit, yeah.
You get a little bit of Heat Is On. Yeah, you get a lot of the stuff from the original, right? From the original movies. So this does play a lot of nostalgia.
It felt like you got the Eddie Murphy from Life at the end.
I will say this.
Doesn't it feel like that? You see, like the makeup also is real now.
That's just him now. Yeah. But I will say this is that.
Yeah, but
I will say this though, that it doesn't do anything new. It's the thing it's everything we've already seen. It's everything that we've already seen in there was nothing different in it, but it worked. It's not a bad thing about it. It's not about. I think it needed it, because what did they try to do in the third one? They tried to do something else instead of putting the Beverly Hills Cop out of Beverly Hills and into a theme park, right? That was part 3. Now you're putting Eddie Murphy, who is Beverly Hills Cop, you're putting him back in Beverly Hills. Majority of the movie takes place in Beverly Hills, right? But again, it's a lot of the same repeated stuff, but it's fine.
But stuff that wasn't in the third, like where he was in the third, he's not playing other characters like to get into certain rooms or situations.
where he does it here.
He tries to do it here, but then his daughter, blocks him a couple times.
No,
like
well, not just
asshole.
Not just that. Like I think the interactions he has with people in this movie are a lot funnier. He has a lot better interactions in this one. Not just the main characters. Like when what's that comedian, the guy who plays the valet, that whole thing that he has
I know
about
you're talking about,
giving him a car, about giving him a key. I thought that scene was great.
Come on, brother.
Yeah,
Come on, brother.
help a brother out. But like from like that, even the scene that he has with the meter maid, the meter lady, that she's hanging off of the little car that he's driving, or little motorcycle, or the tuk-tuk, whatever it is that he's driving.
The tuk-tuk?
Yeah, right. So riding on that, he has a lot of interactions with a lot of different people. He tries to do that whole pretending to be somebody else, and in the movie he's like, I'm just tired. Just give me a room. When they say $980 a night for a room, I'm like, that's a lot of money.
I love Beverly Hills.
Yeah. But I mean, this movie does introduce you to his daughter, right? Because I don't remember them ever mentioning her in any of the other movies.
No.
Or even in the pilot for his show, because he had a son.
Well, the pilot of the show doesn't count because it's not in the same continuity as this Beverly Hills Cop.
But he was the chief in that one.
He was a chief, yeah, but it's not in the continuity of this story. Like in these stories, they replaced the son with a daughter who is now a Beverly Hills lawyer. Right. The whole plot of this is that he's in Detroit. He gets called back to Beverly Hills because his daughter has gotten into something, right? Gotten into some issues. But it's this again. I think they've already done this a lot. But the family drama plus, I mean, Die Hard did that in like almost every sequel. In every sequel, there's always family.
Was it L.A. when you did part 4 and 5, the L.A. one and the Russia one? Both had to do with his son, their kids,
with his son and his daughter, son and his daughter. Right. That's the Die Hard movies. This one, it's like, yeah.
Mary
Again,
Winstead.
I know who it is. I know who's in it.
And what's the son? One of the Terminators,
Captain Boomerang. He played Kyle Reese. He played Kyle Reese in Terminator Genesis.
Okay, so I wasn't wrong. Okay, gotcha.
No, but this, like, could they have done something different with the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, but I think it would have been a disservice to, because that's the type of movie this is. It doesn't lead it to take Axel Foley out of Beverly Hills. He has to be in Beverly Hills. The movie has to revolve around Beverly Hills. But I will say how many times are we going to get a movie where there's corrupt cops? How many Beverly Hills cops do we see corrupt cops?
Have you seen how they live? Holy crap.
That's true. 3
is security guards, and then like even the corrupt cops. Although I liked in the movie where you could have made it where it was a swerve where Taggart was in on it, but they didn't do that. They played it safe because Taggart is a beloved Beverly Hills Cop character.
Leaves it a little bit ambiguous though in the beginning.
It's like, I thought he was good. I thought he was a good guy. Oh damn.
Yeah, but as soon as Axel Foley
swindled,
but I really do wish it wasn't
like my thyroid pill.
My liver's already dead, anyways. No, but I think they could have done just a little bit, like instead of playing it safe the whole way through.
Hey,
not to say the movie's bad.
Anytime you have comedy legend Luis Guzman in Glitter singing songs,
yeah,
you win me over.
No, singing "Man Eater" in Spanish.
Yeah, but see that's again, that's the stuff that I liked about this movie. What I didn't like was the fact that it played it safe.
And it was
but I will continue to say that Kevin Bacon plays really good bad guys. I enjoy Kevin Bacon.
You knew from Jump Street that boom, Kevin Bacon's a bad guy.
And no, but I think
they didn't hide it. They didn't hide it at all. It was quick.
No, they threw it right out.
Yeah.
You know from the beginning. They tell you from the beginning that he's the bad guy.
But it was who was working with them is what the mystery was, because it could have been Taggart, it could have been somebody else, and then you sideline Rosewood because he's been kidnapped. Yeah. Right? You bring in the Joseph Gordon-Levitt, which just happens to have dated his daughter, right? Just happen to have dated his daughter.
Y'all have sex relations.
It's you people. It's you people too.
Yeah, but it's funny in this one. This movie is funny. You people is not funny.
Well, here's the thing though. I can understand Joe Golev's, his street cred, instead of Jonah Hill, his street cred was god awful.
Well, it's a difference here. Axel Foley doesn't care. He's just making it mention that he notices that they have that chemistry, that tension. He's like, hey
man, you look kind of weird.
Axel Foley is not at all doesn't look at the color of the skin, although he does make the joke. Is like, I've been a cop 30 years, but I've been black a whole lot longer, right? When he gets arrested by his daughter, by the way, that's his daughter that arrests him. His real life daughter.
Yeah, his real life daughter. No, but I was going to say, but
his real life son, his son-in-law,
tases him. He tases him. Yeah. Son-in-law.
That's what I said. Son-in-law.
His son-in-law tases him. Mm-hmm. What were you saying? What were you going to say?
Oh, forget it. Moments past.
No, but you. I just wish, as much as I like the movie, I saw it twice. I enjoyed it. I think coming out on July 4th week, on the week of July 4th was perfect for it. Even though it's on Netflix, I wish this movie would have been released in theaters. I think it's a good movie to see in theaters. I'm fine.
That's a negative, sir.
I think
it would not have made any money. Why? Because
Minions. Because you're saying Minions.
Well, that too. I mean, Minions was there, and by the way, it was meh. But it's not the point. If you put it out in theaters, it's gonna lose a lot of the cachet. All people are gonna just kind of like talk shit about it, and it'll feel like it lost a lot of money. So people will be saying, "Oh, it's a flop." It's like,
I mean, it was made
people are still a little sour from the third one, including himself.
People are sour over like all these other movies that get put out and then also get put in theaters. Then they end up not making money. People saying they flop, and really they're not bad movies. They're just
no one wanted to see it. No one wanted to see it. Well, like the Kevin Costner Horizon movie, I heard is good. It's just no one wants to see it.
It's also 3.5 hours long, and it's
one of 4 parts. One of 4 parts.
I'm sorry, 4.
But if you've seen a Kevin Costner 3-hour movie, you've seen them all.
Well, yeah.
Wait, so 3.5 hours? You being a cowboy? What?
Yep.
Is this the Postman?
That was a good movie. I like
not
that movie.
Dances with the Wolves.
I like Dances with the Wolves.
You mean Avatar?
Waterworld. Waterworld. That's a good movie. That's another Kevin Costner movie.
The only movie you notice he ever showers. Waterworld.
No, but I really do think Eddie Murphy redeemed himself from.
Oh, we're still talking about this? Okay.
From You People, right?
What do you mean You People?
I feel like he did redeem himself from that movie because the comedy worked. The Axel Foley comedy worked.
It feels like Axel Foley. That's why.
Yeah.
In the third one, he doesn't feel like Axel Foley
at all.
Yeah, it feels like he wanted to show off he's tough and actiony in part 3. And this one, it felt like he tried doing like it felt like when he was trying to do the whole like I work for so and so in the movie department in the entertainment department, and then his daughter just cock blocks him on that. The way that she does it though, what I liked is that it made it seem like, dude, your stuff is getting old. Stop it. But he just keeps doing it. Eventually, he gets tired of his old stuff.
But it works. It still works. It gets him in the impound lot.
Mm.
It gets him where he needs to go.
That's true.
Jupiter Rising.
It works.
Jupiter Ascending.
The reason why he
explain it.
The reason I don't think anyone saw that movie. I did.
Jupiter ascends, right? Yeah.
But I think it's not that he was tired of the stuff that he was doing. He was just tired that his daughter didn't she treated him like real bad from the jump.
Yeah.
Like the whole
I leave because
it's that bad relationship. You don't have to keep quoting the movie all the time, Muzzy, constantly or interrupting. It'd be nice if I could speak every once in a while and you shut your mouth.
Sure.
I mean, it'd be nice.
Like I get to speak.
I know. You gotta speak up, son. Say it with your chest. See, we give you openings. You don't take.
No, you said don't.
No, but I think at a certain point, it's that relationship he has with his daughter.
You know how hard it is not to make a comment about openings. That's what I said to doctors. Shoved like 3 fingers in me.
What?
Huh?
Jesus.
found out it was just an alley.
And I will say this, for this being the director's first, his directorial debut, I don't think it was a bad movie. I will nitpick certain scenes that they reused in the same like action sequence. They use the same frames. Like there's a part where after he steals a tuk-tuk and they're driving down Beverly Hills, he smiles at the guy, and which is somebody else, and then when the guy's looking and pointing at the gun, he does the same smile. That was the only part that I was like, they should have edited a different look in that scene. They just reused the same exact scene. They Michael Bay'd it.
Yeah.
It felt like they just put the camera there for him to just go, hey, hey, but never like actiony. There's no like, huh? What?
But that's another thing. This movie doesn't have bad action sequences either. The car chase that they have, the helicopter scene, I think worked really well.
Quite funny, actually, surprisingly.
And being practical was another thing. I enjoyed that it was practical. Not, you don't see a bunch of CGI.
I mean, it probably cost a lot of money.
A movie was made for 150 million.
But, how can it be practical if you spend that much money?
I didn't think the helicopter looked practical, but I may be wrong.
It didn't look CGI to me. Or if it was CGI, they really used a lot of the budget on that CGI right there. You even get the return of Shooter McGavin. That was another thing. You get Shooter McGavin. I think that's an Easter egg because it's a Netflix movie. And what are we getting soon on Netflix? Happy Gilmore 2.
He golfs in that show Hacks also. He's in that show Hacks.
What's that? I've never seen that show.
Bro, that's that hoax about the old lady that's a stand-up comedian. The lady from Designing Women. Forget it.
Delta Burke?
That's the only one I know.
I don't know it's her.
I don't know who it is.
B.
Arthur, yeah. Great.
But I
look it up.
But I do think the action sequences were well done. There's not that much action in this movie. There's a lot. Like it feels well paced, and they put the action sequences in the right spots. Like from the beginning when it's the hockey game, to that whole car chase with is that when they play Heat Is On at the beginning when he's chasing
in the beginning,
yeah. You have that. Then you have later you have Neutron Dance when he's being chased out of Billy's office, right? You're getting chased out of Rosewood's office, and then you have the final chase scene at the end, which leads to the shootout, which 4 against a whole bunch of cartel and corrupt cops. I think
they were all stormtroopers at one point.
Yep, they were all doing this. The Wilhelm scream. But I think it worked for what they did, and it was a lot. It's a lot of fun, and it was a lot more surprising that it was this enjoyable. Because normally movies like this, they're like, yes, it's nostalgia baiting everyone. Like, oh, remember this, but it worked. It worked because the last time we saw Axel Foley was in '94, and in not a good movie, and not a Beverly Hills Cop movie. And this movie,
not a bad movie though.
But
we talked about this.
Yeah, it's not a bad movie, but it's not a Beverly Hills.
Doesn't feel like Axel movie.
Yeah.
And
this one, he's back, and he feels like Axel Foley. The movie feels Beverly Hills Cop-ish, right? And it leaves it open for more.
You know what I thought was funny too? The girl from SNL, that all that makeup prosthetic she was wearing.
I was talking about that.
Before we started this episode, we were talking about it because we didn't know if it was prosthetics or she really messed her face up like that.
Oh,
how does she look just as old as Bronson Pinchot? I don't know.
Seriously, he aged.
I don't know. I don't know what she looks like now in real life, but I would think that because she works in Beverly Hills, they added like all these prosthetics to make her look.
That's kind of, we were like, okay, did she or did she not?
Very Shaw's of Sunset.
So maybe it was prosthetics. Maybe it was prosthetics. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I need to see her in real life.
Looks like in Glendale.
But I again, I think it works. I think this movie is a lot of fun. I saw it twice, and both times that I saw it, I enjoyed it. Pacing was well done. It just didn't cover any new ground, but it didn't need to. It didn't need to because the last movie didn't do what this movie did.
Now, I do have one question. What is it with him getting shot in the left shoulder every time at the end of movies? He always gets shot. It's like the same spot every time. Go back to each one of those movies, and then the end of this one, get shot like in the left shoulder, close to his heart. Never dies.
He got shot in the shoulder. His heart's like right here.
Yeah,
he got shot
ventricles. Come on.
Yeah.
Do some science, son.
Dr. Oz.
First of all.
Oz Almighty, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's Oz Almighty now. Yeah. But I mean, but I have no gripes with this movie. I think it's perfect. I think it's fine. I think Eddie Murphy really brings you back to Axel Foley, and he's right to pick movies to only do movies if they're good now, right? Because after You People, that movie was that movie.
Well, I think he's doing the
hot garbage.
He's doing the Adam Sandler thing where like I'll make some crap movies here, but
maybe is he in contract with Netflix?
I don't know if he's
Netflix. I think he might be because most of his movies are strictly Netflix now.
Let's see.
Yeah, like Napoleon Dynamite.
What about him?
I mean, Dolomite.
That's a great movie.
Was that a Netflix? That was a Netflix movie, right?
Yeah, it was a Netflix.
Great movie.
He doesn't have a contract with them, but he does team up with them. I think that they are willing to give him the money to make these movies.
Well, because they want to have first crack at him if he ever decides to jump into stand up.
Well, that's the thing. I think ultimately they're offering him like $70 million, something like that, to do a stand-up special.
I saw an interview with him, and he was talking about how he doesn't really want to do stand-up again. He wants to do like a kind of like a Broadway show where he does music and comedy and skits or something like that. He was.
I mean, that's a stand-up. That's what if you notice it, that's what people are like. New stand-up comics. That's what they do now.
Yeah, it's a one-man show. Though.
They play songs.
Yeah, one-man show. Yeah.
Yeah. Playing.
I mean, what?
Yeah. 45 minutes of Eddie Murphy slapping knees.
It's better than playing a banjo
with an arrow
with his head. Yeah. That's comedy there. That's comedy there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a bad idea to do that, because to do the stand-up comedy or do the one-man show that it incorporates singing, comedy, skits.
If you watch Delirious, you watch Raw, it's stand-up little joke scenarios, and then all of a sudden it goes into one-man shows, because when he talks about talking to his uncle, his dad, his mom, he does those voices, does the whole thing, and plays out the scenario like it's just him.
Yeah, like Richard Pryor and Bill Cosby. Yeah.
Yeah, they're storytellers. I mean, hopefully not
without the special drinks.
as much as he hates Bill Cosby.
When you go to the Cosby show, you don't want to ask for the Cosby special drink. It's specific for this show. No, I'm good.
Yeah, if he orders you a Cosby drink, you get an angel shot. Okay, and then he goes.
Yeah, you're fine. But I highly recommend watching Beverly Hills Cop. I mean, this is a real return to form in this case for Eddie Murphy. Yeah, now they're talking about again adding, they're going to bring in another Shrek movie, do a solo donkey movie. They're doing all this stuff. I mean,
he said he's already recorded he's already recorded like 25% of the movies. So it is coming out.
Yeah, so that's one of the things. Eddie Murphy always has those resurgences that where his career gets I'm having a stroke. His career really comes back. Like, it comes back. He'll make some crap and then something will be good. Like, and then this starts reinvigorating people to try to want to watch more Eddie Murphy stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if people go from this to be like, hey, let me go watch the other Beverly Hills Cop movies, or hey, let me go watch some of his stand-up. And they're gonna be surprised. Go watch Coming to America, not Coming to America. Right? Watch the first one, watch the original, right? Watch all these movies. He when he wants to, he makes really good movies, right? Like when he was on that role. So definitely I would recommend checking out Beverly Hills Cop.
Call me buddy, because I'm on the road.
Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. It's not called Axel Foley, it's called Axel F, right?
Axel not the F. greatest, but good.
No, yeah, it's not gonna beat the first or the second one, but it's better than the third, and it's on. I think it's almost to the level of the originals, right? Of the first two, it felt more connected to the first two versus the third.
It's better than Coming to America.
Yeah, it's better than You People.
What do you mean, You People?
The movie. On that note, This has been Vinny.
400 years we have been. What? This is Ozzy.
And
We'll see you guys next time. Like and subscribe.